What is going on, my guys? Um, this is the Black Tech Experience. Let me see. That's probably too close to me to be. I'll just put this off into the side right there. But yeah, I'm sorry if this stream came as. Let me move this too. I'm starting to. I don't want that thing being there, but whatever. I'm starting to realize. I'm sorry for anybody who wanted to be a part of this stream. I kind of did it at the last minute. I know I promised to do every Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have been taking this week off to work on DonorSync exclusively so I can write code, and I've been making a lot of progress. But I did think something was really important and worthy to talk about, which was Project Stargate. And before I set this up, I want you guys to understand where we are today in 2025. Let me take off my glasses. I see there's a little bit of glare. Excuse me. I just want to set the table a little bit as far as what people are expecting in software engineering and how, I guess to be more specific, let me record this moment. To be more specific, people are saying that software engineering is obsolete or going to be obsolete this year. And it's a little bit different this time because it's not some hype company like Devon AI, right? It's not people like that saying it now. The people who are saying it is Mark Zuckerberg and the leaders of Anthropic. They're all saying that this year we are going to have AI that is capable of doing a mid-level engineer's job, which, if you don't know, a mid-level engineer is somebody who is capable of making your company millions of dollars, $2 million. And can you imagine that being in your hands or something just as powerful being in your hands? So if you're not already subscribed, my mission on this channel, or a reason why you might want to be subscribed to the Black Tech Experience, is that my mission on this channel is to provide a community for people to learn about these AI tools, learn about AI safety and integrity, as well as how do we use these things to make a business. So just a little bit more background about myself before we get into the stream. My name is Ronnie Pruitt. I am an ex-Google intern, ex-Dell intern, ex-Twitch software engineer, ex-Amazon software engineer. I've been to the FANG companies. If you don't know, I went to Cornell. Very well educated in the theory side of computer science as well as the business side as well. And so I am building an application called DonorSync. It's where we can, so creators, excuse me, creators have no way of knowing their donations or tracking their donations across different platforms. They have to look at Cash App, they have to look at PayPal, they have to look at Patreon, they have to look at YouTube. And so I want to make a unified dashboard for those creators in order to see their donations. And there's a lot more going on with that. And I'll keep you up to date, right? I don't want to spoil everything. The reason I don't want to spoil everything is because I'm coding it live in front of you. I'm using AI tools. I'm showing you what it's like to make the front end. I'm showing you what it's like to make the back end. I understand some of this is going to be a little bit boring for you until I start having real customers, but you want to be paying attention to my journey from the start to the beginning. I'm definitely going to dedicate the entire 2025 to building DonorSync as well as some other indie hacker ideas. And so trying to create a community of indie hackers, people who want to use these AI tools in order to leave corporate and to start their own. And so I can't tell you guys how much, obviously I work a lot of hours as a solo entrepreneur, but I love the freedom and creative expression that I have in my time. And, I wish you all the opportunity to do that. But without further ado, we can get into the video. Shout out my man, Thean. Hope you're doing well. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is I'm going to pull up this video. I wonder if I can. So this video that I'm about to show you is, yes, I'm still in Seattle at the end. This video that I'm about to show you is a video of Mark Zuckerberg saying what he thinks about it. And I think we're going to have to play it twice because, as you probably understand, shorts cannot be restarted. But let's pull it up. So, yeah, we can keep it like this for now.
Here, probably in 2025, we at Meta, as well as the other companies that are basically working on this, are going to have an AI that can effectively be a sort of mid-level engineer that you have at your company that can write code. And once you have that, then in the beginning, it'll be really expensive to run. Then you can get it to be more efficient. And then over time, we'll get to the point where a lot of the code in our apps and including the AI that we generate is actually going to be built by AI engineers instead of people engineers. I think this year.
Okay. So you get the gist of what's going on. So again, my name is Rami. I'm building a business using AI. And right now, these tools are not capable of replacing me, right? It's not, they're, it's interesting how helpful they are, right? When I use these tools, I don't have to specialize. I don't really write every single line of code by myself, and they are a invaluable tool when it comes to debugging software. It does so much research for me, and it speeds up my flow. It's the ultimate productivity tool. I'm using both ChatGPT and Anthropic right now, and they're both great, but none of them, not even the O1 model of ChatGPT, feels like it's capable of just working by itself and doing things. Sometimes it leads me on the wrong path. And so to hear this, I'm a little bit skeptical, but it's not just Mark Zuckerberg saying that he feels like the end of software engineering is near. I'll give you another example. I'm going to pull it up. Let's see if I can find it. Let me make sure you guys can hear that. I don't know if you can hear the sound in the background, but yeah, it's playing an ad. So, let me see. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to see how this looks. And I don't really like that. I'm going to pull it up in I'm going to switch my screens real quick so that you guys can have a better viewing experience. But I think that should look bigger for you guys. And then we'll put it on full screen mode. And so if you guys don't know, Anthropic is a company, many people are saying that it has a stronger tool than ChatGPT right now. And so it's very interesting to listen to this guy. And let's just see what he says. He says the video is called Anthropic CEO, more confident than ever that we're very close to very powerful AI capabilities. Kind of vague, but let's listen to it. Oh, Appreciate it. Thank you so much for saying that. So there's no sound. Let me see if I can fix that. Still having a bit of sound issues. Oh, it's on mute. That's why we're not. I muted it so you couldn't see the ad, and now my bad. I forgot to unmute it. I'm glad you said something. Thank you so much.
Key theme here in Davos. And first, right here on CNBC is Anthropic's co-founder and CEO, Dario Modi. It's great to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
And you're a first-timer here in Davos.
My first time here, yes.
What is it, before we even get into it, what do you think of all this craziness?
It's pretty crazy.
It's about as crazy as you think. Let's talk AI, because that is, there's Trump and there's AI. Seems like those are the two topics.
Let me know if you can hear it. But yeah, this is all good now. Perfect. Thank you.
Topics here in Davos. And I would start with this. The big question in AI land is, are we hitting a wall, right? I mean, I still think that topic is up for debate. We've heard Sam Altman say there is no wall. We've heard from Google saying we might be getting closer to one. You've sort of...
So yeah, it's like some people are saying that we're hitting a wall, and some people think that AGI is happening this year. And I'm not going to lie, my anxiety is a little bit up right now, because it's like these guys all sound, or not all of them, most of them sound very confident about what's about to happen this year. And so, yeah, what does AGI mean for everyday human beings? It means everybody across the entire economy is going to need to rethink their business models, their skill set, because AI is something that is going to need to be integrated from everybody who works with their hands all the way up to people like me who have a college level degree. And so I cannot tell you how important it is to be tapped into people who understand AI and can help you leverage these tools in your jobs, whether it's me or somebody else.
Hinted around the edges that we might be hitting something, but I don't know.
So I've been in this field for 10 years. I've worked at all the major companies, including Google, including OpenAI. Me and some of my collaborators were the first ones to document what are called scaling laws, which is the observation that as you pour more compute into AI systems, they get generally better and better. And throughout that 10 years, there have been maybe 5 or 6 times in those 10 years where we thought that we were hitting a wall, where we thought that something didn't work. And, within a few months, something slightly different was invented. Either we didn't actually hit a block, or something slightly different was invented that let us get around it. The scaling of AI, it feels like this river that, every once in a while it runs into a stone, but it'll always finds a way to go around.
It's hitting a stone to you right now?
It absolutely does not. In fact, right now I'm more confident than I have ever been at any previous time that we are very close to powerful capabilities. Throughout the 10 years that I've been working in this field, I've always said, I don't know for sure. This is the direction it seems like it's going in. We could.
So, yeah, you hear this. You hear skeptics becoming believers, and maybe it's maybe he's just talking out of his butt because he needs to raise more money than OpenAI. You never know what's behind some of these guys' ideas. But 3 years ago, when I heard about ChatGPT, I did not even think that. I just thought it was interesting, and now I use this thing every single day, almost for various different tasks when it comes to cooking, when it comes to planning my business models, when it comes to writing code. I use it for all these various different applications. And I don't even think I can think of another product in history that has changed the way that I have lived my life since the iPhone. And so this feels like it's going to be even more, we're going to become even more dependent on AI as time's going.
Be getting to very powerful or human level systems. I still think there's uncertainty. I think it's important to be humble. But over the last 6 months, I would say that uncertainty for me has decreased a great deal.
And gets to where? Gets to AGI or gets to something else? And that's artificial general intelligence.
Yeah, AGI has never been a well-defined term for me. I've always thought of it as a marketing term. But the way I think about it is, at some point we're going to get to AI systems that are better than almost all humans at almost all tasks. The term I've used for it in an essay I recently wrote is a country of geniuses in a data center. It's a sort of evocative phrase for all the power and all the positive things and all of the potential negative things. That's the thing that I think we are quite likely to get in the next 2 or 3 years. I don't know exactly when, but the things that I've seen inside Anthropic and out of it over the last few months lead me to believe that we are on the trajectory.
One of the things.
So he said in the next 2 to 3 years, and that is extremely important. He did not say this year. And so, but even 2 to 3 years for like AGI type capabilities, where we're able to talk to human beings, are able to have geniuses work for them all throughout the day. I think we're going to see unparalleled changes. I think we're in the age of like the Industrial Revolution coming to the end, or we're in such a big paradigm shift, and it's really important to start talking to each other and letting us know. Like, I told my father, I was like, you need to start learning this AI stuff. And he was kind of apprehensive because he's been able to have success without it his entire life. And for him to learn a new tool is challenging, right? It's like, as you get older, I guess you just don't want to learn, but that's going to be the bad attitude as we're switching into a new era. Everything is going to change. The way we get groceries is going to change. The way we drive our cars is going to change. Everything is going to change in the next 2 to 3 years. I am a little bit anxious about that possibility, but the only thing that's constant in life is change and what it means to be a human being, right? It's way more than just having not having adversity. Like, we're going to have to define our own meanings to life over again over the next 2 to 3 years as these things change. So let's get back into it.
Things that you've done that I think is remarkable is you have effectively taught, or maybe it's taught itself, effectively how to use a computer. Meaning, rather than have APIs and have to go directly into things, that effectively it can go and use a mouse and find the things that it needs to go off and do. How game-changing is that?
Yeah. So the way I think of computer use, which is what we call that capability, is I think of it as the first step towards a broader vision. So our picture of the broader vision is we are planning this year in 2025 to build something that we call the virtual collaborator. And the idea is that would be an agent that operates on your computer, on a computer, might operate at work, and you can give it tasks. You can say, write this feature for this app. And it'll write some code, it'll compile the code, it'll check the code, it'll talk to its coworkers on Slack or on Google Docs or on some other platform. It'll check in.
All right, let's just check in real quick. So if you don't know what Claude's computer use is, basically they have this API out where you can run their software on your computer and basically it will do things for you, right? You can say something like, hey, I want to text all my friends that I want to meet here. Like, find me the best time to meet someone at the Golden Gate Bridge. And once you do that, like, message all my friends. And that's insane, right? Like, all of us are about to get assistance, right? To do our everyday. Let me get a close up on myself. All of us are about to get assistance to do what we want to do. And I think at the same time, I think it's going to bring down the cost of everyday things, as well as it's going to give everybody the power to showcase their creativity, right? if everybody has super powerful AIs, right, it's going to be up to people's ability to gather data and be creative upon the products that they're creating. And so, yeah, let me answer some questions. I guess some good ones here. So Rami is going to be Will Smith in I Am Legend saving us. Yeah. Hey, I was thinking about a model, man. Definitely love Will Smith. He's cool. Good actor. And someone says, would I recommend graduate school as a software engineer because of advancements in AI? I would not recommend a graduate degree because I would say that AI might be able to better serve you. I don't know. Like maybe being in a room, graduate school is going to be a great place to network, right? Maybe you'll find the people that you are willing to start a business with there. But do you need graduate school to start learning about AI? Absolutely not. Maybe it'll give you the free time that you need, but I would be extremely, what is the word? Specific about why you want to go to graduate school. Many of you want to go to graduate school for the wrong reasons. You want it to be a second college for you, right? You don't know what you want, and you're like, hey, like people are going to what is it? Accept that I say that I'm going to graduate school to learn about AI, right? I think if you can find free time, if you have the ability to have free time and you can start reading books about math and AI and join communities, right? Go to Discord, go to their email community. That's going to be a lot better for you than getting 70 grand in debt, right? You see, I've graduated from Cornell, right? And that comes with its benefits and its drawbacks, right? I still need to pay those loans back as I am trying to start a business. So it's hard for me to recommend AI unless I talk to you specifically Recharge Redacted, but definitely here to answer more questions if you need. Yeah, like Joseph, this is getting crazy. It is crazy to think about how much our lives can change in this year. But yeah, it's part of life. Change is part of life. Like you want to be, and the way I'm thinking about it, guys, right? I could be sitting here and just waiting for these virtual assistants to come out, but they may never come out, or they may come out tomorrow or today, right? Keep doing what you're doing. Think about how you might use these tools in the future and stay tapped in, stay connected. Keep your ears to the streets. I feel like that was too colloquial. Somebody said I should show you more of my personality. I'll be trying, but want this to be more of a professional channel. You're going to be Will Smith slapping the hell out of AI in Sky. All right, let's end that. I'm going to go back. Let's maybe watch a little bit more of this video. Also, Recharge Redacted. I would love to hear a little bit more about who you are so I could maybe tell you if graduate school is going to be good for you and like why are you doing it? Like, is it just because there's advancements in AI? Because it's like I don't think our professors are going to know much about the advancements in AI either, right? They may have a great understanding of machine learning, but remember, the one thing that I really disliked about my graduate degree is I was 1 out of 200. I did not have time to talk to these professors. And so you got to keep that in mind. Where if you went to a community machine learning engineers or whatever that only has like 15 people in it, it might be a lot better for your time and maybe a lot more cost effective. So, but yeah, let's get back into the video.
With you to see several hundred doing or what 2 or 3 years. I don't know exactly.
And I have hotkeys on my computer.
tasks. You can say, write this feature for this app. And it'll write some code, it'll compile the code, it'll check the code, it'll talk to its coworkers on Slack or on Google Docs, right, or on some other platform. It'll check in with you to see how to see how the task is progressing. So over the next year, we're going to be gradually putting out the pieces of this vision. Right. And along with that, making sure it's safe and controllable and all of those things. And I think of computer use as the first piece of that vision. Right. We initially released it a few months ago. It was an early prototype. It was good for its time, but we are quickly going to be iterating on that, but also on other pieces of the grand virtual collaborator.
Let me ask you a question about processing power. And the example I use is actually what Elon has done with XAI. It is.
All right. I think I'm done with this video. But yeah, you see, like, they have a 4 or 5 month vision for this AI stuff, and they really feel like in the next 3 years it's going to be real or complete. And so let me change that. There we go. All right. So there you guys have it on that. So now we can finally get into the meat of what we came here to talk about, which is, what is Project Stargate? And I'm going to pull that up. Ugh. Let me stop sharing my screen. Bruh. As soon as I log in and they're like, no. All right, there we go. All right, let's see if we can get this a lot bigger. I have something. No, I don't want that. It's, oh, you probably can't see my light. Ugh. Give me 1 second as I set this stuff up. I'm gonna see if I can switch my spotlight. Ugh. Yeah. Visual Studio Presentation Assistant. Oh, there we go. Preferences. I'm going to switch it up just to see if we can get the mouse opacity. I'm just changing the color of my assistant. Wow, that was bad. All right, let's see if this works at all. You still can't see it, which is weird to me. Can you all see that light on my cursor? Huh. I don't know what it is. Let me come out and share it again. So I'm going to share stop screen, presentation, share screen. I'm going to share the entire screen this time and see if that works. There we go. But the light is kind of too dim. Let me see if I can change that. Oh, I don't want you to see all that. Struggle streaming already. So opacity. So yeah, there we go. That's the way I want it. And there we go. So we have a little bit of light. And I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to click here. Announcing the Stargate project. The Stargate project is a new company which intends to invest $500 billion over the next 4 years building new AI infrastructure for OpenAI in the United States. We will begin deploying $100 billion immediately. This infrastructure will secure American leaderships in AI and create hundreds of thousands of Americans' jobs and generate massive economic benefits for the entire world. This project will not only support the reindustrialization of the United States, but also provide a strategic capability to protect the national security of Americans and its allies. The initial equity funders in Stargate are SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and MGX. SoftBank and OpenAI are the lead partners of Stargate, with SoftBank having financial responsibility and OpenAI having operational responsibility. Masayoshi Son will be the chairman. ARM, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Oracle, and OpenAI are the key to initial technology partners. The build-out is currently underway. Starting in Texas, we are evaluating potential sites across the country for more campuses as we finalize definitive agreements. So I want to put a side note. If you are looking for a job, right? If you are somebody that is impacted by AI laying people off, you want to be getting to one of these cities where Stargate is a thing, right? I have a video. I need to find it. Or you can look on my channel. The 10 best cities in order to take advantage of the AI wave. You need to go watch that. It's going to be really important as jobs change that you are in a place where AI is moving, right? It's flowing. Because the future, I don't know if we're going to be more remote. The future is very uncertain. So let's get back into it. As part of Stargate and Oracle, NVIDIA, and OpenAI will closely collaborate to build and operate this computing system. This builds on a deep collaboration between OpenAI and NVIDIA going back to 2016 and a new partnership between OpenAI and Oracle. This builds an existing OpenAI partnership with Microsoft. OpenAI will continue to increase its consumption of Azure as OpenAI continues to work with Microsoft with additional compute to train lead models and deliver great products and services. All of us look forward to continuing to build and develop AI, and in particularly AGI, for the benefit of all of humanity. We believe that this new step is critical on the path and will enable creative people to figure out how to use AI to elevate humanity. All right, so we've had that. So Project Stargate is a project to invest $500 billion over the next few years. I'm guessing 2, 3, 4. I don't know. But what this means is a lot of jobs are about to be created for people who are in hardware engineering, right? We need people to run these computers to make sure that they're cool. We're going to need hardware engineers. So if you are in hardware, this should be great news for you. Your job is not going anywhere. And sometimes getting a job, right? I tell you guys a lot on my channel how sometimes getting a job is not about your skills. It's about your connections, right? Getting a job when they have a budget of $100 billion is a lot easier than getting a job when they don't need you, they don't want you, and they don't need any risk. If they have $100 billion, there's going to be a lot of work needed, and people are not going to care if somebody gets let through the back door. You need to be researching. You need to be paying attention where Stargate is moving. I'm sure Stargate is coming to places like California, New York, Texas. It already said Texas, right? You want to be in one of these cities. You want to move to one of these cities if you lose your job and you want to continue staying in contact with AI. Let me see. Do I have any questions? Yeah, no. So let's get into another video, which is, let me pull it up. This is annoying. All right, I got one more video. It's President Trump announcing that he's going to be the infrastructure for. And let me make sure. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, you can. All right. So I have it up. And we're going to we're going to share screen, and we're going to say there. Let's take that off. So President Trump is announcing the Stargate. I'm going to play the video from the very beginning. And there you go.
It's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology. He's sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very.
You already said 500 billion at least. At least. And we've had people like Elon Musk saying that they don't have the money for this. So you want to watch out for that as well.
Quickly moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas. But it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations, because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily at their own plants if they want. where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build energy generation, and that will be incredible. But it's technology and artificial intelligence, all made in the USA. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures. I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings. They're going to employ a lot of people. And physical campuses and locations currently being scouted nationwide. They're making their choices of locations. I think they have their choice. I'd like to ask Larry, Sam, and Masa to say a few words and just talk about a little bit about what they're doing. And if you have any questions, and then we'll go into a couple of other subjects also. But this is, to me, a very big thing. $500 billion Stargate project. I think it's going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all. So, Larry, maybe we'll start with you and we'll go down the line. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Stargate is probably going to be something that people are going to know Trump for, right? It's funny how, like, sometimes as president, you take credit for things that you don't actually do. Like, I feel like, well, I don't know. I think definitely Trump was just more into making jobs, but I digress. Let's get back into it.
Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you. It would simply be impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20 and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by AI. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
Who else has heard of people saying that they're working on curing cancer with AI, right? It seems like even amongst my friends, we're like, is this stuff going to make it so that we can live forever? Right? I think we're using AI. Maybe it's a little bit overhyped when you talk about dreamlike scenarios like that, but this is big. This is definitely big.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
Okay, we're not watching ads on my channel. Give me 1 sec. I guess we'll have an intermission. Just let you guys, if you have any questions, just let me know as I am watching this ad. All right, we're back. Still want to see me in the screen.
Okay. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now. Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is the, as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this.
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't have decided unless you won. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen. Because of this day.
Very nice.
So we would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with a goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years, within your term. Right?
So there you have it. $400 billion over the next, or $500 billion over the next 4 years. This is huge for people looking for a job and AI enthusiasts. But yeah, we'll see.
Because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX. On top of that, we have the technology partner, NVIDIA. And of course, Microsoft has been very, very supportive to Sam and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Larry said, this will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues, difficult things that otherwise we could not have solved with the power of AI. I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And then after that, that's not the goal. After that, artificial super intelligence will come to solve the issues that mankind would never ever have thought that we could solve. Well, this is the beginning of our golden age. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Fantastic.
Sam.
I don't have too much to add, but I did want to say I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President. And I'm thrilled that we get to. I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about. But the fact that we get to do this in the United States is, I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
Could you just say one word? I hear so many positive things about what it's going to do for medical research and for solving things, cancer and all the different problems. How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
These guys can maybe share more about some of the work they're doing there. I think they'll jointly be some of the leaders about driving progress here. But I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one and heart disease, and what this will do for the ability to deliver very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases at a rapid rate, I think will be among the most important things this technology does.
Very good. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I've been taking care of this field for
Don't
20
do that.
years.
Don't do that. AI is going to make ads be worse. I already have a feeling. Or if you want a SaaS idea, if you're looking for a product, makes AI watch the ads for us and skip that content. But on a serious note, as I wrap up here, Stargate is, I think, very positive for mankind. I think AI is going to be extremely positive for human beings in the long run. in the short run, I think this year, I do think we're going to see some of our code starting to be automated with AI engineers, right? You'll see, I'm creating a business right now with software. I would love to handle some of the harder parts with AI. And I'll be doing some of that on screen for you guys to watch and understand what's going on behind the scenes. So you want to stay tuned for that. Do I think it's going to be powerful enough where I'm capable of not writing any code, right? Do I think my job will be obsolete this year? I don't think so. Will it be obsolete in the next 3 years? I think damn near it's going to be obsolete, where I think I'll always study, right? I'll always be learning these things, but I do not think that it's going to happen this year. But I will give you another hot take. I think this year, as well as the next 3 years, we're going to start seeing the harm of AI, right? With a lot of people having a lot of free time because they no longer have a job, right? And maybe they don't have to work as hard because AI is doing the repetitive task. I think we're going to see people lose their minds. I think we're going to see mass pandemonium, mass drug use, because jobs have always been a source of grounding humanity, right? Some people don't understand that their job is saving them from being on drugs, or having too much free time is a detriment to them. Unfortunately, we no longer are going to need people to work as hard, to work as many long hours in the future. And what that means for humanity is that those who are undisciplined, those who needed to be told what to do in order to get their to make a living, those people are going to suffer humongously. Maybe they will decide to spend the rest of their lives playing Grand Theft Auto, right, in their free time. Maybe people are going to live in virtual realities in the future, but it starts here. It starts with Project Stargate, and it's scary to think about. I think humanity is in for a tough next 5 years. Some of it will be helpful with disease being cured, and some of it will be harmful with many people losing their minds. So I guess I'll open it up to questions. That's all I have to say about Stargate. Tyrese just became a data engineer. That's good. We're always going to need people to understand how to move data and give it to AI machines. I wish you all the best in that. That's very good. I don't know if you know, let me think his name, but there's this data guy who used to work at Airbnb. I would recommend that for you, his channel. And he has like this thing where, let me see, data Airbnb. He was like a meta engineer, Data Academy, something. Let me see if I can find him for you really quick. I saw it. I was thinking about going into data as well, since I've already. So again, I'll say that when I was at Twitch, I was working on data. Let me see. Data with Zach is his name. I'm gonna pull him up right now. So for my guy Tyrese, I want to just show you, if I can make my screen bigger, this channel, Data with Zach. This guy seems super legit, right? He worked at Meta. He worked at Netflix. He worked at Airbnb as a staff engineer in data. And so he's made millions of dollars at these tech companies. And then he has a site, it's called togetherExploring. So if you join his academy, right, it's $125 a month, which some of you are going to say it's a lot. I think he has billed annually, $125 a month. I think he had a one-time fee, book a discovery call. Man, his prices must be going up. But the stuff in his curriculum, let's see if we can look at his curriculum, seem like things that you would never get at a, oh, you guys can't even see my screen. Let's see if I can pull it up. Real quick, share screen. I'll share the entire screen. So let's pull up this guy just real quick. And I'll put myself off to the side. The stuff in his curriculum seems like large language models, 2 hours, data-driven engineering, right? Dimensional data modeling. These are things that a professor is not going to know, right? Him as somebody who's been at these companies, he understands how to move what a company is going to need in order to make data. And so this is $1,500 for the year. I would get in there for a year, and that's a whole lot better than you going to grad school and spending like $20K, $40K. If you can get into a community of people who have actually done what you want to do, it's a whole lot better than going to graduate school and learning from somebody who's not writing code, who does not understand how to turn his theories into dollars. I think the future of learning should go to content creators or people who are actually doing the things that you want to do, because I'm not a big fan of theoretical knowledge. All right. So I hit that home. All right. I'm done with that. But again, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought I just I thought I was sharing my screen and I wanted to show you his name was Data with Zach. I'm just going to show you one last time for my guy Tyrese. It doesn't have to be this dude, but I would highly recommend watching some of his videos, maybe even spending $150 to see if that is really good. It's something that you need if you were into data. But yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Let's see what else you got. All right, so my guy, Zach Wilson. Diplomats of tech are always needed. You're so right. All right, other than that, I think I'm done. Unless anybody else has any questions, anything I can do for you guys, I'd love to connect with you, but you gotta ask me a question. I'll give you the next minute, and if not, we'll get up out of here. Or maybe some of you are just watching other parts of my video. I don't know. All right. Well, it doesn't feel like anybody has any more. Love you guys. This is going to be a very challenging time for us all. Stay prayed up. Peace. Deuces.